righteous are the ones who's giving in. Oh, there's dropping angels everywhere. 'Cause the righteous are the ones who disappear. Inescapable. Soon you'll be back for more. Wrapped around your heart, a weapon drenched in blood. It's falling over you. There's nothing you can do.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Singularity Roleplay. I didn't forget what I was going to say, but um, we are back with Heart of Darkness. I know it's been a while, but we're here, and we are ready to take over your screens for the night. So, I am Meg, or Meg Mysteria. I'm the game mother for this evening, and my lovely cast. I put Shock in the wrong space. Hold on. I put I put Rise in the wrong place too. Hold on.
We're all just a little mixed up today.
There we go. We got it in the right spaces now. Sin is unfortunately not with us today. We send them lots of love. So, but let's get started for the night and introduce ourselves. We'll start with Janie.
Hi, I'm Janie. Um, hi.
Alright, hello Janie. And let's move over to Rise.
Hail, I'm Rise. Tonight I am playing everybody's favorite slightly malfunctioning android, Lark. And we'll see just how more slightly that malfunctioning continues to happen. I've been promised chaos, and I am hoping there will be delivery.
And Shock.
Hello, I'm Shock Point Failure. I know I have been MIA for quite a while, but I'm glad to be back.
We are glad to have you back. So we are all glad to be back on stream tonight. So, first things first, what I'm going to have you guys do is roll 2d6 plus 7. These are going to be your NDD rolls for tonight.
So that's a 13.
Alright,
And I'm sorry, I'm night still 14.
13, 14. Janie, would you like me to roll for you?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, so all of you have rolled above 12, so you are experiencing psychosis. Description of that being you have lost your shit.
Right.
You immediately attack the nearest person or creature, friendly or not. You won't stop until the target is broken. The effect lasts for 1 turn. Every friendly character who witnesses your rampage must make an immediate panic roll. All right, we'll set the scene first, and we'll figure out how this goes. All right. For the record, for this episode, we have moved into Act 3. The station groans and sways. Floors buckle and shift. The reactor reverberates in your chest, echoing your own heartbeat. Flesh-covered metal bends and stretches like a wizened grizzly bear waking from a long winter slumber. Dangling pods throughout the station pop and splash their living contents across the floor, birthing more multi-armed monsters. The pipes on the walls pulse like arteries. The station sighs a hot, fetid breath that blasts through the corridors. The proto-hive has transformed the station. Erebos is alive. The biomechanical behemoth yawns. As Sajad and Najiri are making their way back to the Katarina, Gray comes on over the comms. We seem to have a problem. There are people trying to cut through the airlock door on the umbilical to get on the ship. I give the scene to you.
So how are we back to psychosis? Oh, I know. You said I'm with who again?
Ajiri.
Max, I need the mic. Thank you. All right. Well, I believe I still have my shotgun, and it still has shells. So unfortunately, psychosis and paranoia of being, technically a spy, it might be time to start taking some unnecessary personnel out of the equation. Just double check my sheet and making sure that there's nothing. Yep, I'm just going to shoot Nasiri in the back, I guess.
Okay. I imagine this is as you just kind of stop and you're walking, and Najiri takes a few steps forward, and you draw your shotgun and aim, and just fire a blast. Can you
Yep.
roll a ranged combat for me? 2 successes. You hit, so what would you like to roll for your... What would you like to do with your extra success?
Refresh my memory, what are my options that I can do with successes?
I know that one of them is that you can add extra damage. Let me see. You inflict 1 more point of damage. You pin down your enemy. You position yourself and get to exchange your initiative score. Your opponent drops a weapon or another handheld object. Your opponent falls to the ground or is pushed back.
Let's go with falls to the ground.
Okay. How much damage does your shotgun do?
It says 2 damage.
Shuri is broken, so he needs to roll on the critical table. there a dice for the critical injuries table? Let's see. D66. 62. Ishiri, why?
How bad am I? Do I just screw this man over? This person over?
You clip. You shoot Ishiri, and it gets him through basically the upper shoulder into the clavicle. You have broken. You have. The shell has separated and gone through his neck, rupturing the aorta. And he falls to the ground, kind of clasping at his neck, trying to stifle the blood flow. Unless he is treated, he effectively has 1 round to live.
Right. And because of the psychosis, thanks to whatever's going on the ship, I'm probably gonna have the headspace to actually even consider that.
And he is broken, so you have effectively worked through your psychosis.
Right, but now I'm gonna be all kinds of messed up for a different reason. Hmm. So I'm not even going to register the fact that I was the actual one who shot him. So I'm thinking that someone else did. So I'm gonna grab Nasiri underneath the armpits and start dragging them with me back to the ship.
Alright, you're dragging Ishiri with you back to the ship. And as you approach the ship, you see that the entryway for the umbilical is wide open. And down the path of the umbilical are several of the convicts that you talked to earlier today. Or whatever counts for what today is. They are using a cutter, a portable cutter, trying to cut open the airlock for your ship.
Are you? All right, put down the cutter. No, stop. Back away from the door, all of you, now. And I'm brandishing my shotgun while standing over Nasiri's body.
Wix, the leader, turns and looks at you. Tells them to keep cutting. And says, "You tried to leave without us. You went back on your promise."
We're still. You're still here. And cutting through the airlock is not going to make the ship any safer to leave on.
We didn't have much option. Your android wouldn't let us in.
Lark, what the hell?
I wasn't aware of any deal you had made. Oh, you
And
said
didn't
Lark.
think-
Lark, not Gray.
Arcs, are you saying this over comms?
Yes.
Yes, Sergeant. Is there something I can do for you?
Did anybody inform Gray about the deal we made with the prisoners?
I'm afraid I don't remember. I know I didn't speak to Gray about that.
All right. And no one thought to ask anybody else before you started cutting? Like, great. Did you think to, contact anybody saying, hey, is there a deal going on? Did that ever cross your synthetic brain?
They started before I could even really contact you. I was calling you to ask the question, but they'd started cutting into the airlock.
Oh, okay. Okay. That being said, before we move forward, is the Katarina free of anything? Can are we good to go yet?
So you did not have Hedenstrom and Luger go back to cutting anything. You guys had decided that Drabakowski and Lark were going to go to the EEV and start cutting that out. So the Katarina is not free. You've started on the EEV.
All right. So I'm going to turn back to the prisoners. All right. Here's the situation. Our ship's not going anywhere, anyways. It's stuck. Something just grabbed hold of it. Ah,
I imagine more of whatever this flesh is. It's taken over the station.
all right. And it's going to take us entirely too long to cut the Katarina free. I, some of the others have gone to see if we can get an EEV set up. How many people can be supported in the EEV again?
A total of 8.
8.
There are 7 on your crew plus a cat that you've adopted.
Uh, all right. Now, with the extra number of hand, wait. Before I say that, how many plasma cutters do they have?
2.
2. True. And we already tried using like the station arms to cut the Katarina free, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
Hmm. All right. All right. So unfortunately, we don't have enough. Our crew did not have enough hands to cut the Katarina free. How many of you guys are good for a spacewalk?
Wix looks over and says, Jaesuk, Baron, and 2 of the soldiers, 2 of the conscripts stand up and kind of make themselves present. What
Alright,
you
so
need them for.
look, the only way all of you are getting off this station is the Katarina at this point. So we need to get the Katarina free. There's no other options, and more hands working on it, the faster we can get it done. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get my guy inside and patched up, and I'm gonna go get the rest of my crew, and we're all going to get ourselves off the station while you work on getting the Katarina free. Out of character, just so you're aware, I am bold faced lying to these people to make sure that they are not a problem.
Roll manipulation for me. Add a -2.
All right. So how would a -2 work in this particular situation?
It would just be a 0.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna roll an observation. Oh, why did I do that? That doesn't work. Give me just a moment so I can find these stats. Pretend that's an observation roll. Weeks just kind of narrows their eyes and says, "You've got something else planned." I know a liar when I see one.
What could I possibly have up my sleeves? The Katarina is the only ship large enough to get any number of people off this thing, and this place is not going to last long.
I don't know. But you've got one.
Assuming that I have a plan. You apparently have my plan B hostage if I do. So I'm gonna turn back to the cop. Gray, where is everyone?
Lark and Jabakowski are on deck G with the EV. And Hedenstrom and Luger are in here with me. So that part about where you said that they have your plan B hostage, might want to take us into consideration too. and I'm gonna remind you of something over the table. You guys still have that necrotic serum. Lark has been carrying it around.
And I'm already playing with this. Lark is with Dravkowski down by the EEV above
Yes.
the table, right? Okay.
The heart, as Lark has been calling it.
So, with that back in character, I'm going to turn back to the prisoners. Alright. The Katarina and two of my men are here. Greg, I want you to let the prisoners on board. They're gonna help try to cut the Katarina free. I'm gonna go meet up with Dravakowski and Mark.
Gray kind of lets out a bit of a relenting sigh and just says, if you're certain.
We made these men a promise. I'm gonna see it through. I know I've already failed the manipulation check, but I'm still acting like I haven't.
Wix looks back at the people cutting the airlock and nods at them, tells them to step away. And Gray opens the airlock door so that they can file in.
So, like I said, I'm going to first get the body I thought I've been dragging with me on board, and assuming that they're not dead, patch them up.
Oh, no, Ishiri's gone, dude.
All right, never mind. I'm just going to leave the body, throw like a blanket or something over it, and at the very least, with some level of respect. And then I'm going to head down to make my way to you said deck G.
As you're heading to Deck G, there's a crash in the station rocks. Emergency lights start to blare and then go off. You can hear creatures screeching through the halls.
Well, I'm double timing now.
It's called motivation.
You manage to skirt into the deck as a deacon is bolting past you.
Is there a door or anything I can slam shut, or am I stuck with a dick in my face?
There's a door.
All right. So, yeah, like I said, I'm slamming that door shut, and I'm going to try and find something to help barricade it, because I don't want to deal with a deacon right now.
There's some dislodged piping, metal that you could use to prop it.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to spend some time doing that, and then I'm going to head on further through deck G to try and find the two. Oh wait, I have the PDT locator too. So if they still have their PDT bracelets on them, I could probably find them.
Unless you have a reason for taking them off, you can find them.
All right, I think I've hogged the spotlight enough for now.
Drabikowski and Lark. In the meantime, you two have made your way to the EEV and found some heavy plasma cutters to work on trying to cut it free from its surroundings.
So to rewind a little bit, because I imagine this would have happened before Sajad even called.
Yes,
Back with that whole psychosis thing.
definitely. I slipped
Like
my
they've
mind
got.
on the psychosis, so
Well, I figured they've gotten back to the EEV and everything, and Lark, of course, is very happy about that, and is they come in and there's all this lovely pulsating uck all over the place, and at one point Lark's just going to kind of stop and be like, "Doctor." And assuming Drabikowski might, turn back to look,
Yeah.
she is just going to shoot her arm out and try to wrap her hand around Drabikowski's throat.
What do I need to roll to fight back?
um, right now Lark just needs to roll a close combat.
Okay. And that's off of strength, so I get a +2. Should I do that? Customer, where? How do I mark?
Yeah, I'm aware this might be a losing battle, but I kind of don't want to be strangled.
All right. How do I roll 2 more? Is there just a?
Rolling 2 more dice.
Yeah, because I get a +2. I get +2 dice if I'm in the heart. So I'm gonna just do. No, that's not gonna do it.
Roll.
Or you know what? Do I have something that's just a 2 I can just roll?
There is a 2d6 button, but it rolls an actual number. So roll a
Right.
1d6 twice, and if it's a 6, it's a success.
Okay. So then that's 1 success.
One success, so that does hit. What is your strength?
5. 7
5.
right now. 7 effectively in the heart.
Okay, to struggle back, we're gonna say we're doing an impeding close combat because I'm considering this more of a grapple. That is a negative. Would you like to push the roll, Janie?
Yes, yes.
Add a stress. Push the roll. 2 success. So you overtake that and you get an extra note on your. You get an extra point that you can use. Let's see. Where is it? Close combat. You inflict 1 more point of damage. You weren't seeking damage, so yours is more about resisting the grapple. Um, you outmaneuver your enemy and can trade initiative scores. You knock or pull a weapon or other object from your opponent. Your opponent is knocked to the ground, or you hold your opponent in a grapple.
Um, I guess I'll grapple my opponent.
Lark just continues to have this smile on their face. You know, I've always wondered what it's like when you humans kill each other. Like, what does it feel like? From both sides. So I'm just very curious. If I were to just cut off your airflow and let you die like that, you think you could tell me how it feels? What's happening?
No, because I would be dead. I
That's a good
don't,
point.
and you wouldn't actually know what it feels like from your side because you're not human.
Hmm. I suppose that's a good point. And she'll just kind of drop her arm and try to turn away to go back to doing whatever they were doing.
You actually, since you are in a grapple, you have to roll grapple close combat to break free of it. And Janie, is there something that you would like to do for your turn? Because you are also experiencing the psychosis.
Um,
So,
it's good. I'm trying to think of what I could do.
um, if you wanted to, you could pull on the arm and try to yank Lark down or towards you. You have a gun. You could pull that out
Okay.
and shoot.
So I'm going to try to pull Lark's arm, and I'm going to say that I really need for the. Trying to think of what kind of animal I'm saying Lark as. Um, Swan. The swans are not supposed to talk to me.
That is a negative. You are not able to pull Lark down unless you would like to push it.
No.
Okay. Lark.
Duke Drabikowski is still hanging on.
Yes.
Can we just try to, like, chuck Drabikowski away?
You have to break the
But
grapple before you can do anything.
I was going to say, do we need to do the close combat?
Yes.
you started it.
I did, yeah. And Lark does not care. Lark is beyond any of that at the moment. Man, rolls are just. Boy, just coming up zeros.
Sounds like zeros all the way down the board to me.
Yeah, it's just 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Nothing's. Zilches.
How'd you know my passcode?
Janie, I think you need to reconsider your password, but it is your turn.
I'm fairly sure that is what every brute force program is going to start with.
Okay. Yeah, I should probably change it at some point. Um, so I still got this swan that I'm holding on to that keeps talking to me.
Yes, you do.
Can I push the swan away from me?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I would like to push this swan away and like really admonish it for talking.
You succeed in shoving the swan. Do you want to continue holding the grapple or do you want to let go?
I want to let go because
Okay.
hopefully the swan has learned a lesson.
Okay.
I mean, it's a swan, not a goose, so yeah, maybe.
Lark just kind of. Hmm. Such a fun experiment. Go back and grabs like one of the plasma cutters so they can. You can see about starting to free this EEV.
Am I still in psychosis?
Technically, you are both under psychosis until you are broken, or your enemy is broken.
Oh.
Okay, I want to pull my
Oh.
plasma cutter up and like drop the sword.
Oh, it's
Drop
only
the
for a
sword.
turn. What am I doing?
Okay.
A turn, or you're broken. You guys are fine. You're fine.
Okay.
Okay.
You're okay.
Good. Good. So I don't have to
I
keep
was
filling
like,
up
wait a
with
minute.
stuff.
Okay, that changes things.
And Q, I thought I would be a chaos gremlin with the shotgun to the back.
I just really wanted to see you guys fight. That's all. But
I
you
said chaos gremlin, not kiss gremlin.
you are able to get the plasma cutters and start working on the EEV. And then, of course, the call from Sajad comes over, and you talk. And is there any response from you both talking in person about that?
No, Lark's not going to bring it up.
No, we are not.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so you guys just keep working until Sajad eventually shows up after running from a deacon.
Oh. Hello, Sergeant. Did you deal with your problem?
Yes, I believe I dealt with a problem. Might have more, but how goes progress getting the EEV freed?
But there's an awful lot here.
Yeah, you have barely made a dent.
All right. So, as a quick update to the situation for you guys as well, the Katarina is currently under occupation by the prisoners, and technically the others are currently being held hostage to make sure we hold up our end of the deal we had with the inmates.
It seems less than optimal.
It is very less than optimal, given the EEV will not is just barely big enough to hold us.
Certainly is not big enough for all of them.
So what's your plan?
I'm 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 thinking about it. No, what plan I come up with? It's not going to do as much good until we get the EEV free. Is it just the two heavies, or is there a third so I can help out?
There's another one.
All right. Well, let's get to work. Faster we get that thing free, faster we can get off this rock.
So, Meg, can you remind me, what exactly does the necrotic syrup do?
It eats away at this biomechanical um, vinery growth that has overtaken the station and the EEV.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. But I'm not sure I would want to do that.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't, but it would certainly make things go a lot quicker.
Yep, as they're like working on this and everything, and very quietly, I don't know how much the others might be able to hear or pick up. Clark is actually talking to the tendrils and vines and stuff as she's working on trying to separate stuff. Just basically nonsense, like you'd be talking to like a child or something.
I mean, so John's not going to say anything about it, mainly because he's going to be a bit too busy humming probably old hymnals as he works. So yeah, Grabakowski, have fun with that. You have a crazy bottom and a crazy X-Mode.
Travel House says, can you speak up a little bit? I can't concentrate on the low voice while I'm trying to use this thing. Lark,
Hmm?
can you speak up, please? I can't concentrate on what you're saying and this when you're talking that lowly.
Oh, I wasn't talking to you. Don't worry about it. You're doing great. You keep it up.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Yeah, I know, but I still wanted to hear what you were saying.
Oh, well, we don't always get what we want, and that's just something you learn in life.
Okay, I don't have time for this.
Well, who programmed your sass?
Hmm. You know, I think I came up with that all on my own. This place is great. Don't you think? I'm learning so much while we're here.
As you're all working, you're getting into it. You're starting to make some sort of headway till you start hearing banging on the door, the
Oh,
one that
right.
was blocked.
I might have been followed.
Really?
By
Yeah,
who or what?
it's most definitely a what kind of situation.
It does not sound like a what, especially because somebody starts yelling, asking for the door to be open and saying, "I know you're in there. I can track you on my PDT. Open the door, please."
Still technically have a conscience, so I'm gonna regret doing this. I'm gonna unbarricade the door, yank it open, reach out, grab whoever it is, pull them in, shut the door, and rebarricade it as quick as I can.
As you're shutting the door, the head and the arms of the deacon push in, trying to pry it open as it snaps at you, like like the creature that it is. It is trying to
Well,
force the
not
door
even.
open so that it can pile inside, and you can see a couple more just coming down the hallway. In
I'm
the
gonna yell at whoever I just yanked in here to grab the door while I go for the shotgun.
They scramble back to their feet and try to push on the door as much as they can.
All right, and I'm going to shoot the deacon in the face. Oh,
Okay.
wow.
What would you like to do with your extra?
Knock it back, because I want that door shut now.
Okay. All right. You hit it, it gets knocked back, and the door slams shut. With this, and you can hear it screeching from the hallway and watch as it tries to gather itself and come leaping back before that metal connects with metal, and you are good.
All right, so I'm gonna slam the pipe back into place to barricade it shut again, and then I'm gonna turn and look at who did I just save?
You recognize Union gear. Sorry, let me flip through and find my people. She turns to look at you, and you, like I said, you recognize what is very clearly Union of the Progressive People's gear. And on the suit, is the name Pfluger. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway, I'm not sure.
Where's your team, Pfluger?
Fucking Eaton.
Fuck.
That's unfortunate.
All right, I'm at this point not even care that Locke is overhearing, and I already know Drapkowski is the other spy. All right. How did you get on board? Where's your escape vehicle?
Dropship's on deck H.
Alright.
We got snagged by fucking tendrils, tentacles, something. Dragged us in and we crashed into the station.
Does seem to be a very, very hungry. Not baby, but it's hungry.
It's a Flissian god, of course it's hungry.
The sub-lieutenant just kind of makes a face like, the fuck? And
Look, it has been a very, very long assignment. What's your plan to get off the station?
well, right now, are you my POC?
Yes, I'm your POC.
Do you have the data?
He pats his pocket.
Then right now we just need a way to get around those fucking tentacles so another ship can get in. Do you know anything?
Well, do we know?
You know that
Trying to
at this
remember.
point the station might as well be sentient because the shit that's growing on the EV is growing everywhere.
Hmm.
The tentacles are gonna lash out at anybody and everybody who comes within range. And the only way to really get rid of them is to one, cut them off, or two, use the serum to kill parts of the um, affliction on the station.
But the only one in the room currently who knows about the serum is Lork, and he ain't telling, and she ain't telling us anything.
I think you all know about the serum.
Yeah, I think everybody knows about it. Lark just happens to be the one carrying it.
Yeah.
Ah, all right.
Lark just doesn't want to use it on the EEV.
Wait, do we? The well, I'm probably still blinking on. Do we know Lork has some?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So you're already aware. Station's alive. This gun is going everywhere. We have to cut it, burn it, or melt it. Speaking of melting it, Lork, why have we
Yes,
used
sir.
that serum?
Oh, you mean the necrosis serum?
Yes.
Oh, I don't want to use that here. That would be far too destructive.
Isn't destructive what we need?
Yes, but not here.
All right, Lork, if we were to inject it into a vital part of this gunk, how much of it would you think would die?
Hmm. It's a good question. I don't. It's not like there's a whole lot of the serum. You could maybe use it on what's holding the Katarina.
It's a good option. Unfortunately, getting back to the Katarina is going to be a trick.
Oh, because of the monsters.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of hefts the plasma cutter. I mean, there are options for that.
There are. However, here's the thing. Two escape vessels are better than one. And I'd rather not have more people abandoned here than strictly necessary. I'm gonna try the comms. Gray, you still there?
Yes, Captain.
How are the inmates doing?
Well, we've got a few of them outside cutting tendrils. The rest of them are wandering around, taking stock, and doing their best to look intimidating.
All right, put the leader on speaker. I have a plan. I want to run it by them.
It takes a minute, but finally Wix comes over the comms. I was told you wanted to speak to me.
Yeah. All right. Here's the plan. We found another way off the ship. Two, in fact. However, the growths are going to be a bit stubborn. What I propose is you send a group of your best to escort my guys on ship to a meet point, and I'll pass off some substance to help you melt the tendrils off the Katarina, and I will take my guys back to our extract, and I'll send one person down to the third option to set up a distraction. If we get our timing right, we can all get off this station.
Why do you need my guys to escort you?
If you haven't noticed, there's more than just us on this station now.
So I'm sending my people in harm's way.
Well, it's either that or you spend who knows how long cutting through those tendrils. I have this lovely little serum that, if you inject it into the stuff, will melt a good chunk of it.
Wick seems to mull it over for a minute or two and then says fine.
I'm on deck G. What's a good rendezvous point?
We're on... Meet at the chute for the deck. Your ship, the Katarina, is on deck F, so just a deck above you.
Mm-hmm.
So halfway would be meeting at the chute.
Yeah. All right. Sounds like a plan. All right. I'm going to turn off comms. Lark, Drabakowski, keep trying to cut the EEV free. I'm going to run this up to the chute and get our guys. You, Union. Do you think you can make a mad dash back to the drop pod and rig it below?
Could run like my life depends on it.
No. Or at the very least, can you rig it to burn its thrusters trying to break free? Either or, I will take it.
Yeah, I can do something like that.
All right. I get ready to pop open the door. Lark, I'm gonna open up the door. Don't let anyone in until I get back. Got it?
Okay. I can certainly do that, Sergeant.
All right. I hold up 3 fingers to tell the crap. Why am I already blinking on the Union agent's name?
Fluger.
Fluger, yeah.
Fluger. All right. Hold up 3 fingers to count down for Fluger to know when to start running. 3, 2, and then I rip the door open and I make her
Books
dash.
it.
Yeah. Hopefully, Lark slams the door shut behind us.
Mhm.
So, I'm making a run for the chute between floors. I'm guessing so is Fluger, but Fluger's going to be going down while I wait for the rendezvous. How much attention is on us?
A fair amount. Deacons, there's a couple of deacons that have been lingering around in the shadows, just waiting. And they immediately are on your tail. But
Well, I'm not about to turn this into a running gun battle. I'm just trying to get to the chute, and then I'm going to hold my ground from there. Just long enough to get the guys to start moving back.
Haja,
Hopefully, I can cut my way back through.
they follow you all the way to the chute, and Fluger basically grabs the rail and drops down, and
Alright.
deacons follow him. There's a deacon that follows you, but it kind of just stops and just watches you and just paces like an animal, kind of watching you.
I don't like that.
In a moment later, one of the perfected appears. And approaches you. And once again, your mind is filled with that imagery of the complicated essence of life beginning and transforming. All from a simple strain. And you get this probing feeling of a question as it somewhat slightly holds its hand out. It's asking you if you have the Draconis strain.
We did have samples of it. The question is, who was carrying the Draconis strain samples?
I'm pretty sure that was
Um,
Lark again.
And I'm only carrying the necrotic serum. I did not take the Draconis strain from you. So I don't think I have much option but to tell it the truth that I don't have it.
You feel impatience and anger. And it looks at the deacon, which snarls and snaps its jaws and leaps.
Well, I'm not going to go down without a fight, even if it's against what I'm quickly just looking at. Yeah, well, I don't even know what I'm looking at. So I'm guessing it's a ranged combat to shoot the deacon that's leaping at me.
Yes. Okay.
Do I go for the extra damage or do I get out of the way? I really think getting out of the way is probably my better option here.
I agree.
Okay, so I'm getting out of the way because I think that thing it has enough momentum to carry on through even getting shot in the face.
It leaves you, and you start to climb back up the chute, and it lands on the ladder below you and is start trying to tear its way up towards you. We're gonna cut back over to Jabakowski and Lark. Did you block barricade the door?
Yes.
Okay.
So after they ran out, slammed it, rebarricaded it the way that Sajad had. And she'll turn back. Walk back towards it. Wow, Doctor, it looks like it's just the two of us again. How delightful.
I am so sorry. In character, I did not realize that Lark was that crazy.
Well, we have a job to do. Let's do it.
Okay. Yes.
Before you're able to completely suit up in your plasma cutters, you hear the clattering of vent shafts breaking, of vent shafts being shoved open and clattering to the ground, and the slither of something moving along the walls.
I think we have company.
You should take care of it, shouldn't you?
Says
Sounds
the
like
one
your
with the
problem.
gun.
Cat, please. Yeah, so definitely turning around to look around for
Sorry.
whatever this is, holding on to this plasma cutter. I'm guessing these plasma cutters don't count as like the cutting torch kind of thing, or is that
They do.
okay? So it's okay, basically the same thing. Okay, cool.
The you hear the shifting and movement of things clattering through crates until something finally bolts around a corner and leaps at you. I'm gonna roll a dice to see what it does. It comes at you with all of its limbs ready to tear and slash at you. And with one success, it connects.
So let's see. So close combat. Get that +2. The plasma cutter does not give a bonus.
That is
Yeah.
1 damage to you for the record.
Okay.
And Drabakowski, you get a stress point for witnessing. Enjoy your stress. I handmade it for you.
Thanks.
And what would you like to do, Drabakowski? Or not Drabakowski, Lark, you were doing something.
Yeah, I mean, Lark is basically trying to stab this thing with the plasma cutter.
Okay. You did close combat? You rolled already,
Yes.
and that was an attack.
Yeah.
So the plasma cutter counts as hold on. I know what it is. I'm pretty sure it's a 2.
It's a 3 for damage.
Is it a 3 for damage? Cool.
Yep.
Then it pierced armor. Neat.
Yep. And it's armor piercing, 3 damage.
Excellent. And that guy is taking some heat. Drabakowski. You hear something creeping up behind you.
Can I have my weapon out as I turn towards it?
Yes.
Okay. What is behind me?
It's another one of the deacons that shrieks and at you.
Can I shoot it?
Yes, you can.
I've got stuff to do. This thing is getting on my nerves.
And you hit it. He takes a
But
good blow. Let's see. It's 1 damage. Okay. It shrieks and attacks you. I'm gonna roll a dice to decide what he does. I love this attacks table. It makes things so easy. Ripping claws. So the deacon leaps at you and kind of planting its feet on on either side of your equipment, takes its claws and like starts trying to tear into you, your face, your chest. And ow,
no.
that is just I like that, but unfortunately, it's 3 successes.
Can I reject those successes?
I genuinely wish you could.
Couldn't hurt to ask.
Darling, you are broken. The next damage you take, you will be rolling on the critical injuries table.
Okay. You know, Lark should have taken care of it like I told her to.
Mark's over here trying to cut this other one in half.
Speaking
I
of
mean, you're
Lark,
doing some good work there.
Yes.
the deacon lets out lets out an awful shriek directly at you. I need you to make a stamina roll.
Okay. Good lord, I cannot roll successes worth a damn. That is nothing.
You lose your next action. Slow and fast actions. You gain
Well,
1
that's
stress. Drabakowski, would you like to attack your deacon?
Yes.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Yes, I will.
That is 2. What would you like to do with your extra success?
What are my options for that again? Isn't one like extra damage?
One is extra damage. Another is pinning down your enemy. You position yourself and get to exchange initiative scores. We haven't done initiative because fuck that. Your target drops a weapon or another handheld object. Your opponent falls to the ground and is pushed back.
I'm going to do extra damage because I want to kill this thing. It doesn't belong here.
Okay. is going to take its turn. It lets out a horrific, ear-piercing wail that shakes you, everyone present to their very core. All victims within medium range, so both of you must make an immediate panic roll.
Darn it.
Drabikowski, you're good. Lark, you are
Okay.
good. Alright. Lark. Would you like to attack your deacon, Lark?
Yes. Oh, and okay, remind me. Stress adds another die, right?
Are you doing custom rolls instead of selecting the actual word?
Yes.
If you select the word, it automatically rolls and calculates your added stress.
Right, but it doesn't add my +2 for being in the.
It does not, no. So you'd have to add that additionally.
Yeah, that's what I forgot to do. So, so that's actually 2 successes.
Okay.
So I do need to add 1 to my custom roll there. Okay. So yeah, so that's 2 successes. And what do we want to do? Do we want to? You know what? Let's just do extra damage.
Okay. 3 in armor piercing, right? So a total of 4.
Yes. So a total of 4 in armor piercing.
You cut clean through this deacon. It shrieks and howls in perceived pain and just collapses on the ground, acid blood starting to eat through the hull. And that's it for him.
She'll turn back towards Drabikowski and this other one. So that was fun. Start walking that direction.
Drabikowski, you would like to shoot your deacon again?
Yes, ideally I like to kill it, but shooting it is a good thing too.
Okay. And you'd like to do extra damage with your success?
Yes.
Okay. It's close, I will tell ya. You let out a shot, piercing this thing multiple times. But for some god-forsaken reason, it is still standing, and you are cursing its name. It leaps and attacks you, with splaying limbs, slashing with its feet, its claws, going forth, and let's see what if it even succeeds first. That is a success. So, love, you are rolling on the critical injuries table.
Okay, what if you just erase that success and I
I
can't
have
even
to
say it
do
on the same
something to
page.
make it interesting, babe. This thing has managed to tear through the meat and muscle of your leg, completely breaking through the bone. And you collapse onto one knee, unable to stand on it any longer. Lark,
How far away is this thing from me? Like, is it close enough that I can get there in just a regular?
you can use your movement to get there.
Okay. Yeah. Then we're just gonna trundle over there and whip this plasma cutter at it. Let's see if we can't do some. Okay, I got one success.
3 in armor piercing, so it takes the hit, and it's down. Just soon enough for you to hear another hiss behind you. You thought you were only gonna get 2? Shock's been hogging the limelight. I need to do something.
I am the one with the shotgun, but I thought I was going to be getting more heat than they were because I was, moving.
Yours is coming. I promise.
Of course.
This thing jumps. And climbs onto you and jumps and lands on your back, Lark, dragging its claws down the back of your suit and trying to tear into you.
That's just rude.
Yeah, it is. That is a success. That is 1 armor piercing damage.
Ow.
Drapakowski.
So can I still shoot at the one that's attacking Lark?
If you would like to.
Yeah. There's only that's the last one in the room, right?
That we know of.
Alright. So you shoot the lad and it drops off of Lark and is climbing back on all fours, just kind of hissing at you both. Preparing and deciding what it's gonna do next. Lark, your turn.
Straighten up, turn around. You didn't ask first. That's 1.
It shrieks, burned by the hot burn of the plasma cutter. And let's see if it retaliates.
No.
You don't have to do that. That's fine. It's good.
It's fine. We're okay with it. We're plenty interested.
Alright. So this deacon recognizing that that it's being attacked by this plasma cutter that you're holding onto, opens its mouth and with its inner jaw makes this hook and lifts it out and snatches at your arm, wrapping around it and yanking hard, snapping your arm off and dragging it away into its mouth. That is 2 damage. And then critical
Well.
injury number, let's double check which
2.
one it is. Critical injury number 54, severed arm.
Okay.
Not you, Lark.
Oh, okay.
He shreds your arm and destroys it.
Fantastic. Lark stumbles.
You must make an immediate panic roll.
Trace.
You're good. Lark, your turn. Not Lark.
Lark?
Drabakowski.
Can I shoot off this thing that's ripped off my co-worker's arm?
Yes, you can. Shoot. Okay. Got it down. You fire off shots past Lark to shoot at this deacon and try to get it to back off. And it does. It backs off a few feet, and dipping and diving to kind of dodge your attacks. It gets clipped a few times, but it's trying to stay aware of where its position is now. Now it is Lark's turn.
Lark is acting very not androidish at the moment and is enraged at this thing. She is screaming, like almost. I mean, there are words, you hear, you're like, that was mine, you took mine, and all this stuff, but a lot of it is super intelligible, necessarily. And with her remaining arm, she pulls out this pistol and just starts shooting at this thing. That is... So it's with agility, so it's 1 less than her strength, so it's only 7. Okay, so 1 success, and it's 1 armor piercing damage. So
Okay.
M5 EVA pistol.
Alright. As the shot connects, it lets out a horrifying scream. And you all must make a panic roll.
Three again.
And a 4. You guys are fine. Drabakowski, I assume you would like to shoot?
I would really like to kill it.
Let's see if
Is
you
that
succeed.
like the setting?
You succeed,
Cool.
and you have to make a panic. You're fine, and you kill it. It is dead now.
Lark is still shooting it.
We leave this scene, leaving you to empty your weapon, firing it into this deacon, and we go back to Shock, trying to scale the ladder of the chute to get to the next deck away from the deacon that's following him.
And I am cursing up a storm with every rung I climb. And I'm hoping these idiots are the inmates are there.
You make it up the chute and are able to climb out and make it a few feet before you when you notice that the inmates are there, but they're not looking at you. They're not facing the direction of the ladder. They're facing back down the hallway. Your cat's trying to destroy something.
Yes, I'm aware he's trying to destroy something. He's trying to get at this.
Ah,
You can see it on camera.
like a little bird.
Yeah, little dragon figure I 3D printed not too long ago.
But
Let me get
yes.
a little closer, hopefully.
Oh, cute.
Yep.
But yes, you are now standing at the entrance of the chute, looking at the backs of 3 inmates who are staring at something down the hallway. And in the faint glow of a glowing light, you see another one of the perfected. With, yeah, just another one of the perfected.
Oh. Oh, that's a problem. So I'm just going to grab like the nearest inmate and shake him and try to jostle him out of whatever fugue state the perfected has him in.
You manage to kind of shake him out of it. But the one that you talk to, the one that you're help assisting, is just kind of like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, alright. Yeah, situation's fucked. I know. I have the stuff. Where's my people?
I saw that thing and got away. Ran off down that other hall. But one of them followed it. One of them followed your people.
We'll look at the other 2 inmates. How are they looking? Are they still entranced by the perfected?
They are blissfully unaware of where they are. I say blissfully, but is in fact not blissfully. They look shaken to their core. And these are the kind of people that have been in prison for most of their lives.
Alright, I'm doing some battlefield calculations right now. I really don't want to fight any more perfected than I have to. So far, the perfected haven't really directly attacked. So, I'm banking on that staying the situation because they seem to be very interested in getting their hands from the strain.
You can hear the
Alright.
deacon crawling out behind you.
Alright. Here's the necrosis syrup. Get back to the Katarina. Inject it to the gunk on it. As soon as it starts melting off, burn the engines as hard as you can. Get everybody aboard. Get free. I don't care how you do it. Go. And then I'm gonna turn back to the shaft, shotgun at the ready, and as soon as I see even the hint, tiniest hint of shiny black carapace, I am pumping 2 shells into it.
The deacon pokes its head up and starts to climb over the edge of the chute.
Like I said, I'm pumping 2 shells into it.
Okay. Is your gun armor piercing?
Yes, actually.
Okay. The deacon, instead of retreating, shrieks and clambers over the edge, clawing its way towards you and leaps. And oh no, it doesn't. It seems to retreat a little bit, like to over the edge, so where it's not seen, but it lets out this piercing cry.
Alright,
And
so I believe I have to roll panic.
you make a stamina roll.
Oh, I make a stamina roll. E.
There are 2 shrieks. Okay, you succeed. You gain a stress level.
Alright, well, I'm not sticking around. Like I said, it retreated to get outside. I'm taking that opportunity to run in the direction the inmate indicated to try and get to my guys. It's burning.
The inmate, now that he's somewhat aware, is going to try to shake his buddies out of the fugue state and then make a run for it past the perfected. You don't get to see the end of that outcome because you were running down the hall.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Essentially, instead of running blind, I am going to use the PDT tracker to try and find where where the rest of my crew is on this deck, hoping that they are still alive.
You make your way down the hall past empty cells and rotting bodies. And finally, following the PDT and spotting a glow of light, you find Luger, Hedenstrom, and Gray. All essentially backed against the wall, with a perfected in front of them. Luger is in front of the other 2, with her pistol in her hand, steady aimed at this thing, but this thing doesn't appear to be hostile. They're not in the same fugue state that the others were in with their perfected. This one just seems to be curious and is slowly approaching Luger, but doesn't seem to be hostile.
All right. So rounding the corner, I'm going to seeing all this. I'm just saying, don't shoot it. That's only going to make matters worse. Do not shoot it. And before I move on, I'm going to ask this. Refresh my memory. Am I aware that Lark has Draconis strain?
No. Hedenstrom is, though. So if you mention it, oops, Hedenstrom could tell you, but
All right. So, like I said, I'm still telling Luger not to shoot it, but I also have the shotgun trained on it while I strafe around to them. As soon as I'm close, I'm gonna say, "All right, look, all they want is just Dracona strength. So they're not going to kill us as long as they think we can help them get it. Don't press the luck with it, though. Do not attack them if you can help it."
I look, the first one we ran into was angry. We started running and this one appeared. This one's not, it's not acting like the others.
Okay, so the angry ones want the Dracona strength. What does this one want?
I don't know. It's showing me things, but it's not showing them things.
What is it showing you?
Stuff like you'd see with memories of being with your family. And I don't know, I had a relative that disappeared in this sector. She was the pilot on the Cronus, which is where that EEV came from. And I know it might be kind of out of the box and crazy, but these perfected look mostly human. And
Are
I'm
you
starting.
suggesting that this is your missing family?
I'm just wondering if something happened to the Cronus crew. Like maybe they were exposed to something initial. They were exposed to whatever the hell is on this ship first, and changed them into this. The angry ones, I don't think they want to do anything good with that strain.
Hmm. All right. So, Sajad's going to turn to the thing. Can you help us get out of here? Will you help us get out of here?
The perfected pauses for a minute, as if contemplating what you're asking of it, and slightly nods.
All right.
it's about this time that a couple of things happen. One, the dropship blows. So you have your distraction. 2, some more deacons are starting to descend on Deck G, but also more being pulled away to the dropship. So you're not getting as many as you could have been getting. Deacons are starting to descend on Sajad and crew. Along with, and Perfected are also showing up at both locations as well. And effectively, what we're referring to as the Angry Perfected both show up in front of new Lark and Drabakowski and in front of Sajad, and essentially swarm your mind again with with the same images of the life and transformation and creation, and they hold up a finger. You get the feeling of this is your one last chance to hand over the strain.
Was Lark seeing that as well?
Yes. It's in front of all 3 of you.
So I'm just gonna whisper to the people around me. Does anybody know who has the strain on them?
Lark is actually going to open comms about that time. Sergeant, are you still alive?
Yes, Lark. This is not a very good moment, though. But I am still alive. What do you need?
Well, there's some individuals here. And there were some monsters, too. One of them ate my arm. It was very rude. But now one of those other ones are here. And they're showing us pictures. I was just curious what you might think we should do.
Hedenstrom answers you and says Lark has it.
So there's an angry one in front of me and an angry one in front of them. But we also have a not angry one with my group, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Lark, do you still have a plasma cutter on you?
No, it was with my arm. I told you it was very rude.
I was just to do that.
I do have this pistol out.
Look, what is the company's standing policy for dealing with terrorists?
Well, we don't deal with terrorists. Or at least we don't negotiate with terrorists. Generally, terrorists, they they don't stick around very long.
Right. That thing in front of you, treat it like a terrorist.
All right, thank you, Sergeant.
All right.
All right, all right.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Like how close did this thing get to me?
Several feet.
I guess I've got that pistol in hand, so I mean, Lark is like, she's not. Lark isn't even going to like point, just straight from where it's at, and just fire dead center mass on this thing. Probably not a good idea.
Make that roll.
It's 4, 6, 7 dice. That's one success.
Is that 1 damage or 2?
One damage, armor piercing.
Okay. Now what is this Wolframan gonna do in retaliation? The Perfected is going to let out a psionic blast, reverberating in your skull. That sound is drowning out the sound of the heart that's been in your head since you got here.
No.
Inflicting critical injury number 16. Eyes, ears, and nose are now dripping that white liquid. And you take 2 damage.
I ain't got no more health.
Oh, the next damage you take, you're rolling on the critical injuries table. Which you actually have a special one that I need to get out.
You.
But let's move over to Drapkowski. What would you like to do in this situation?
They're not attacking us, they're just being creepy, right?
They just attacked.
Oh, okay. Then I have to attack. Um, I guess I'll attack the closest one to me.
There's only one perfected with you, but there are also deacons. So would you like to attack the perfected or the deacons?
A deacon.
Okay. Alright. Taking Sajad, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to essentially yell at my crew to head for the Katarina, and then I'm going to shoot the angry one in the face.
Make that roll for me. You were armor piercing. Okay. And now it is going to attack. The Perfectus is going to quickly close distance and reach at you, dragging its nails across your torso. You take 2 damage.
Yes, the last two health that I've been floating on for who knows how long.
And unless you are able to stop the bleeding, it can track you from the scent of your blood. Is everybody on 0 health now?
Yes.
think
Oh.
so.
Oop. I wanted to make it challenging, but not this. Okay. Your crew is going to duck around and make a break for it. The deacons are going to try to attack them, but the the nice perfected that you struck a deal with is going to hold them off by projecting its will onto the deacons, and they're able to pass by and just make a run for it.
All right. Now the question is, do I stick here and make a last stand to help them get out, or do I also try to run for it?
You still have movement you can do.
Screw it. I want to live.
Gonna run?
I'm gonna run.
Okay. Moving back over here to Lark.
Lark is going to turn and run.
Valid.
Lark is going to run to the EEV and close the door.
You were leaving Drabikowski?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. When I told Locke to treat the perfected like a terrorist, I was kind of already sacrificing both of them as a distraction to get the Katarina.
I mean, yeah, no, I knew that.
You're not even gonna
Yeah,
help
Lark.
your crewmate? How dare?
No.
Oh my god.
Look, we are playing horrible people in a horrible universe.
Awful. Well, you make your run and you make it. Yes, now I
No.
have to attack Jabakowski. I didn't want to do that, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, I can't run either, so
Yeah, Jabakowski can't even run. The perfected slowly walks up to you, staring you down with pitch black eyes. I need you make. Okay, I'm gonna make a roll for you. It is a wits roll. You succeeded. I don't know what you've succeeded in yet. Okay, you have.
That was a good roll, though.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
3 successes. You are not entranced and not immobilized. You can still. You still have your actions, but you do get a stress. Okay, it is your turn, Trapikowski. I'll say that you can move, but it's at a shorter distance. So you could probably still make it to the EEV, but the door is closed, so you probably have to convince Lark to let you in. Muted, babe.
can you just skip me, please? I need a minute.
Okay. Sajad. It is your turn.
Hmm?
It's your turn, Sajad.
Okay, so like I said, I'm running, so I'm probably at the back of the pack of everyone. I'm guessing I'm getting pursued by like literally all of the deacons and the angry perfector right now, right?
The deacons have been put under control, so it's just the perfected following you.
So I'm running and gunning. Uh, Focusing on running, but I'm gonna keep glancing back at every opportunity I get. I'm probably gonna fire off a round at the perfected to try and shake him or get rid of him. So I'm guessing that is just well my attack.
Yes, please.
Oh, that's better than nothing. Uh,
Can you make a panic roll for me?
sure.
Okay, you are good. What would you like to do with your extra success?
Well, I'm more trying to slow him down than trying to deal damage. So knock it back or knock it down, one of the two.
Okay. Alright.
I still take a stress for rolling the panic, right? Or am I missing? Not remembering right.
A stress for what?
Never mind. I thought I was because I roll. I had a panic in that I was supposed to also take a stress, but I guess I
No.
misremember. Okay.
You knock the deacon. You hit the deacon, knocking it down, knocking it to its knees, and in response, it just lets out this ionic whistle that rings in your ears, and uncontrolled by the previous de- by the previous perfected that you had made nice with, 2 more deacons show up. They come to the side of the deacon at the beginning of the next round. So you've got a little bit, but there are gonna be some more buddies.
I see. Okay.
Lark, what are you doing?
Focusing on putting as much distance between me, the deacons, and that perfected, and getting to the Katarina as fast as possible. So I am running like my life depended on it, because it kind of does.
I'm glad I know what you're doing. I asked for Lark.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
It's okay.
I totally. Lark is basically gone into the EEV, to like where the pilot's chair would be. If I remember right, was basically covered in all these tendrils, this kind of stuff, right?
Mhm.
And is kind of almost curling up in it and trying to get the EEV to launch. All this while she's talking to the heart and the tendrils and everything, telling it that we need to leave. We gotta leave it. This is time to go. Yes, we should really go. We need to leave here. Because Lark fully believes that this thing is sentient. Whether it is or not, that's
So, you start trying to power things up, and it's a process. It's an older model, older EEV ship, and not everything works the way it's supposed to. Not to mention, you are still hooked up to a lot of those tendrils. But you're working through it. You're giving it a solid try, and it's starting to work its way through, yanking from the tendrils.
stop for a minute. How far? Sergeant,
What is it now, Lark?
I think I did something bad.
What did you do?
I left the doctor.
So Sajad's quiet hearing that. Like, he was. It's a bit of an odd situation for him. Like, he was fully prepared to sacrifice both of them in the situation because of the distance involved and all of that. But there was still like this slim hope that maybe both of them could get away. So he wasn't expecting Lark to just abandon Drabikowski. Lark, I'm just going to assume you did what you had to do.
They hurt. They hurt me a lot.
This is a horrible situation, Mark. Those who can get out need to get out. Live now. Feel the regret later.
I'm not supposed to feel regret.
Fucking whoever put you together did too good of a job. Just get out of there.
All right, Sergeant.
I think before we continue, we're gonna pause and take a bit of a break. So we'll be back in a few minutes, guys.
Wrapped around your heart, a weapon drenched in blood. It's falling over you. There's nothing you can do. You know there's nothing angels everywhere. 'Cause the righteous are the ones old enough to lose. Still you got to choose. Young enough to live for something you can't win.
Hello, we are back, everybody, and this time we are opening back up on Drabakowski, who is unfortunately been left on her own to stare down the perfected. And Drabakowski, you are staring at this thing who is boring its deep black well like eyes into you. And you are stuck in this situation where you don't think that you can really get away. Your leg is broken. The Lark has shut down in the EEV. Who knows where the rest of the crew is? How would you like to proceed?
I want to just say into my comms that I did have family I wanted to get back to, and I'm not sure if I'm going to make it out of here. And then I'm going to turn the comms off. I'm going to set my weapon down and look over to Perfected and just ask it to help me.
The Perfected tilts its head at you, curiously, and looming image of life and transformation enters your mind. I know I've said that a lot this session, but this is different. This is illuminating. This is welcoming. You see a butterfly, you see a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. You see a heart reverberating, picking up speed like it's awaiting a welcome. And the perfected approaches you, not with hostility. And if you don't if you don't react to it, if you allow it, it's going to gently scoop you up, kind of like Princess Carrie, and
Yeah, I don't.
take you away.
Yeah, I don't. I don't. I let it do that.
Okay. You have been taken by the perfected, and now the crew does not know where you are, how you're faring, what's happened to you. Most of the crew, which is now running from their own perfected, with Sajad, Luger, Hedenstrom, and Gray in the halls. What would you like to do?
My main goal is to get the crew back to the Katarina, and I'm hoping that the inmates had a time to inject the lymphosis serum so that the tendrils have decayed away. But see that I'm at the tail end of the pack, I'm actually going to break away at the first intersection I get to try and lure the deacons and perfected away from the rest of my team.
Okay. You veer off, and the rest of the crew continues onward. The deacons break and follow you.
So, over comms, I'm going to tell, all right, get back to the Katarina, fire up the engines, get the inmates on board, get out of here. Do not wait for me. And then, I'm still going to be trying to run and shoot at the deacons. Pretty much, I'm going to try and figure out a long way to get back to the Katarina on the off chance I can still get there. But I'm not holding out hope. And so I still have the deacons on me. I don't see the perfected though.
It's a bit of a ways off.
Okay. Well, while still using my movement to run, I'm going to fire at one of the deacons to see if I can either, at least, well, one, at the very least, keep their attention on me, and two, see if I can trim down their numbers. So that extra success is going to be more damage. Let me go ahead and roll the panic.
7. I think that's a twitch or trembling. Let me pull up the... It's a nervous twitch. Your stress level increases by 1.
Okay. And now I have to deal with whatever the deacons hit me with. Because I know they're going to hit me.
You're in fact right. The deacon is going to hit you. With a piercing shriek. You must roll a stamina. You succeed and you get a stress point. So you still have your roll next turn.
And isn't there a second deacon on me?
There is a second deacon. That it leaps forward, latching its jaw onto your arm, and just bites into it hard, shaking and gnawing at it. Let me see if this hit actually makes it first. It does make it, which means you roll on the critical injuries table. So there should be a button on your sheet that says D66.
Mm-hmm. That's not good, is it?
No, it's not good. So I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. Instead of your arm, it digs into your, like your shoulder and neck area. Digs its jaw into there and just shakes and gnaws into it, ripping a good chunk of flesh out. You have a ruptured aorta.
Right.
It's going to take 1 round for you to bleed out. Unless somebody stops it.
That is fair. Okay.
Lark.
I was muted. Sorry. Lark is continuing to try and get the EEV free, all the while trying to convince the heart to let go so they can leave.
Make me a piloting roll.
Is that psychic thing still going on? Am I still cut off from that feeling, or is that faded?
That's gone.
Okay. So piloting, 1 success, and then 2 from being in the car. So 2 successes.
More of the tendrils snap and tear as you manage to start to break free. Now the only thing that's really in your way is the fact that the hull is closed.
Oh, damn it. I guess that's important, huh? Things I didn't think about. guess I will. Guess I'll start working on trying to remotely open that somehow. Oh. I'm guessing this thing doesn't have weapons that I could blow it off with, because that's not this kind of vehicle.
Nope, it's an EV. It's just.
Yeah. It's a pod.
Sajad, are you going down with a fight?
Yes, I am in fact going down with a fight. So, going to shoot this deacon that bit into me. Yeah.
That deacon is dead, but you did roll a panic. You're fine. And you do have another turn that you can do. You can shoot again.
Because I'm not really running anyways.
Oof.
And no. Just an empty shot, but and I guess after that I kind of just collapse on the ground and I pull my own blood. Right.
Yeah, you kind of just collapse onto the ground, and the deacon clambers to you and starts just tearing at you with its claws, biting at your flesh and just tearing you apart, just to make sure that you're really dead. Lark. Let's see. What
Can
do I
I?
do? Can you?
Try and somehow remotely open the door. Uh,
Make me a comtech.
no, that's a big old absolutely nothing happened in that roll.
So you are just hovering in this bay, kind of unable to go anywhere.
Kind of stuck.
If you really wanted to try it, you could probably smash it, but that could mean damaging the heart.
Yeah, that's why I'm hesitant. Because the thought did occur. I think for now I'm just going to keep trying to do this. I don't know if I want to take that chance at the moment.
Meanwhile, the crew is running and making their way to the Katarina. They manage to. They've run past a couple of the prisoners, one of which was dead, another which was at the umbilical cord. Why the umbilical cord? No, the umbilical. And a couple more were coming out of their suits. Wix is over the comm saying, "Come on, hurry up. They've managed to get those fucking tendrils torn off." And you can see in the area that the biomechanical flesh has just kind of melted away in that area. And everyone's starting to file into the Katarina. You can go ahead and make another comtech roll. This station is shaking rigorously. You can feel it as the black hole is starting to tear it apart. The airlock on the Katarina starts to close as one more person tries to make it on board. The Union soldier, who somehow managed to stay alive through this whole thing. With the little time they've spent on the station anyway. By good graces, they allow the soldier on board. Make me another Comtech.
Oh my gosh.
We've had 3 zeros, lads.
That's 18 D6s.
Everyone starts to settle into stationary places as they get ready to take off. There's a problem with the airlock. It won't shut. Hedenstrom and a couple of the prisoners go check it out. They fix it and manage to get it to close, and then head back to their places. One more Comtech. Oh my fucking god.
Vote for saying you're not getting out.
Yeah. Not this way.
The Katarina fires up its FTL and breaks away from the Erebus station as it's starting to collide with the black hole, ripping and tearing and just crumbling into nothing. Each deck, one by one, is consumed until everything is gone. But the Katarina manages to fly out of harm's way. Everybody on board lets out a heavy sigh of relief. And as things start to settle and they calm their nerves and get into a steady place to get ready for going into a long flight back to somewhere that they can reach civilization, reach safety. In the depths of the ship, a pod splashes open, and a luminescent figure of white is birthed from a pod as a perfected, reminiscent of Drebakowski, looks up and looks around at their surroundings. And takes on a new mission. And that is the end of our campaign, ladies and gentlemen.
Well done, Meg.
I couldn't do it without you guys.
Man, I love this game.
So, why don't we go around, do our outros, and we'll pick a raid target for the night and sign off. Let's start in backwards order. We'll go with Shock.
So, thank you, everybody. I'm Chuck Ponferry. I'm glad to have you all back. I'm glad to try and get back into the swing of things here. I don't really have any major projects in the pipeline just yet, but keep an eye out. I'll probably have something up and running shortly around here soon. But yeah, so like I said, I don't have anything, so I'm gonna just go ahead and pass the buck.
That would be you, Rise.
Okay, that's me. That's me. I'm Rise. Yes. Oh gosh. I don't have a whole lot else going on. I don't do a whole lot of streaming anymore. But the only other thing really going on is the second Sunday of every month. We here on Singular we have Fragments Apocalypse, City of Mist RPG, um, which we just had this past weekend. So that'll be back next month. That's a lot of fun. It's another great system if you've never played it. It's great. Other than that, you can find me on Blue Sky, Raze. Not that there's really any reason to ever. Just a troll scroller. I don't actually say anything. Um, but yeah, no, I think that's basically it for now. I've turned into a hermit, so
And Janie.
I'm Janie. JaniePotts.bsky.social. I try to update when I'm going to be on stream. I'm going to be on this channel on Thursday for my um, Monster of the Week game. And anything else, I'll try to remember to post it on Blue Sky.
And then there's me. I am Meg Andor Meg Mysteria. You can find me as such on Twitch, on Twitter, on Itch, and Blue Sky. As far as what I've got coming up tomorrow over on Neon Knights Roleplay, I will be playing Mel, my little superhero character for our mass campaign, Jump City Sirens. And then, let's see, on the 22nd, I will also be on Neon Knights Roleplay for our Tears of Divinity campaign, Fading Chronicle. Um, we'll be flying mechs. It's a lot of fun. Um, and that's it. That's it for what I've got for the rest of the month. So keeping on. Keep out lookout for Janie's games. Keep out lookout for our City of Mist games. We've got Who Killed Roger Rabbit coming up in a couple of weeks that you can also find Janie in. So that's it. We'll see you guys later.